Welcome to Master 2255 English Phrasal Verbs, complete course with 150 categories for fluency. This course is your ultimate guide to mastering English phrasal verbs. Today, we're exploring the 36th category, phrasal verbs for artistic creativity and expression. These verbs are perfect for discussing artistic processes and creative work. Let's dive in. First, let's start with bring out. This phrasal verb means to highlight or emphasize something, often a quality or detail. For example, the artist's use of color really brings out the emotions in the painting, or she brought out the best features of her design. Next is draw up. This refers to creating a detailed plan or sketch. You might say, he drew up a blueprint for the sculpture, or they're drawing up designs for the new set. Work on means to focus on improving or creating something. For instance, she's working on a new song for her album, or they're working on the final touches of the mural. Come up with describes the process of generating new ideas or solutions. You could say, she came up with a unique concept for the exhibition, or he's always coming up with innovative designs. Put together means to assemble or combine elements into a whole. For example, they put together an amazing art installation, or the designer is putting together a portfolio for her clients. Touch up refers to making small improvements or adjustments. You might hear, he touched up the painting to add more depth, or the editor touched up the photo before publishing. Fill in means to complete or add missing details. For instance, she filled in the background of the illustration, or they're filling in the gaps in the story. Take up describes starting a new hobby or activity. You could say, he's taken up watercolor painting recently, or she decided to take up pottery as a creative outlet. Bring to life means to make something vivid or realistic. For example, the director brought the characters to life on stage, or her animations bring to life the stories of everyday people. Layout refers to arranging or organizing elements visually. You might say, the architect laid out the floor plan for the gallery, or she's laying out the images for the book. Figure out is used when solving a problem or finding the best approach. For instance, he figured out how to balance the colors perfectly, or the writer is figuring out the ending of the story. Cut out means to remove or eliminate something, often for creative purposes. You could say, she cut out unnecessary details to simplify the design, or he's cutting out shapes for his collage. Play around with describes experimenting or testing different ideas. For example, she's playing around with different materials for her sculpture, or the artist is playing around with light and shadow effects. Break down refers to analyzing or simplifying a complex idea or piece. You might hear, let's break down the elements of the composition, or he broke down the script scene by scene. Finally, build on means to use an existing idea as the foundation for further work. For instance, the director built on the original story to create a modern adaptation, or she's building on her previous work to expand the series. These phrasal verbs are perfect for discussing artistic processes and creative expression. Practice using them to describe your own projects or artistic endeavors, and they'll soon feel natural. Keep practicing, and I'll see you in the next lesson.